Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 34 of my journey through Group Self-Found Keepers of the Flame League. Today I'll be continuing with the Spectral Helix of Trarthus Saboteur that launches all these spinny projectiles when I throw traps. It's done pretty well, though the boss damage really isn't as good as I'd hoped for. It's clearing pretty nicely, though. Last time I worked in Hand of the Lords that I am using to apply a bunch of curses to enemies that trigger my traps. I've got 4 different curses in here, and I double corrupted this to curse enemies with despair. So I get 5 different curses from these gloves. I guess there's a lot of people that have been using these gloves for the Will of the Lord skill, that you could use the sockets in the gloves to add supports to that skill. However, I'm using this just to apply all these curses without having to use Bane to apply them all, but that lowers the curse effectiveness. This gets the full effect of the curses out, and I have a limit of 8 curses because of the anathema ring, setting my curse limit equal to my maximum power charges, which is currently at 8. Last time I also got a new helmet, a new chest piece, and a new ring to get my resistances all capped up. Got a ton of evasion and energy shield. Today I need to get this necrotic armor 6-linked. I'm going to try and farm beasts to do that. And lastly, I got a Foulborn Rebuke of the Vault last time, which instead of attack speed, it has trap throwing speed on it. So it works kind of perfectly with this build, and I got a ton of trap throwing speed, so I can throw a lot of traps down at once. Makes the build feel really nice to play. But before we jump in, I have to give a shout out to Jasonator coming in with the new membership to the channel. Throughout the Keepers of the Flame League, any new members to the channel will get a breach hand with your name on it added to my wall of breach hands behind me. And there we've got a hand added for Jasonator. Thank you for the membership. I greatly appreciate it. And also remember, this channel runs on likes and subscribers from viewers like you. Alright, today we're gonna switch things up on this tree here, I think. Maybe leave this one. Let's get rid of the Beyond. I'm not gonna be farming XP anymore in this league. I will probably come back to the GSF if its duration has been extended long enough. Once I'm done with PoE 2, there's definitely plenty more things I could toy around with in this league. Let's see, let me connect this here. This has incursion set up on it too. Oh, this one doesn't have the boss maps in. Okay. What I'm gonna need here, that's ritual, where is it? This. Need all of these, chance for extra red beasts, less common varieties. The family of Black Morrigan is the wilds. And we want the hunt for feral, increased chance to be beasts from the wilds. Don't care about deadly prey. I don't like that. I want big game. Hover over this. Where else is there bestiary stuff? Oh, it's in here now. 50% chance to gain a modifier that provides a chance not to be consumed. That. A red beast chance to appear in pairs. Alright, that leaves me with 5 points. Oh, I am not using this warp at the moment. Get Shaping the Skies. And I really don't need these. Chance for ore deposits. I can leave the waiting for bismuth. Use the warp actually to come get Shaping the Mountains. Ooh, I need one more. Let me get rid of all that glitters and get Shaping the Mountains. Cool. Actually, this would have been more efficient to put 2 points here, then not use the warp. Put these there and can put this back in all the glitters. There we go. I'm getting a level 3 Enlighten. I give 3 Divines and a Tailoring Orb for that. So that's fun. Let's see here. Grace needs link to that. Skitterbots, Purity of Elements, and Enlighten. Okay, I can do that. Wow, that freed up a lot of mana. Oh boy. I could probably put Clarity on my mana then. Yeah, I still have more mana than I had before. And I freed that life back up. Then I need a spot for the Ice Golem and the Bear Trap. 1 green on the shield. I just hit red, red, green. Okay, what about this here? That there. And the boots. Force 2 green. Go to... Ooh. How many Jeweler's Orbs do I have? 71. Should be fine. Go to 2 sockets, then 3. There's the blue. And then the blue. That is everything for that. Cool, that's nice. Then run this. I need scarabs. Force Einhar in the map. Give me 10 additional red beasts and extra copy of said red beasts. Easy. And then wait, I also had this set up, so if I wanted to keep farming incursions, I could. Ooh, whoa. Get... No, we're not going to have tormented beasts. No tormented spirits. I guess with those 4 points, give me Conqueror maps. This tree has all the map mod effect as well, which isn't super important, I don't think. If the temples show up, the incursions, I'll run them. I'm not going to bring them in the map. I'm going to spend enough time per map to farm all the beasts. So yeah, just do that. And if I find a black Morrigan, then guess what? I just get to 6-link the chest. Problem solved. No more fusings. Fusings were very bad to me this league. Now there's a lot of red beasts over here. There's ferric links in there. There's a drop bear, a bunch of watcher. Oh yeah. Spam as many traps as possible. And then move. Spam traps and move. A little bit of a mess. Just a little bit. Oh, here comes 2 more. Got Snake and Goatman. Hopefully none of them have life regen. That's where they get kind of crazy. It's so many red beasts. I think I got one. Something died. Still 6 of them. Oh, they're slowly going away. There were no black Morgans there. A split spider. This has life regen. I currently don't have a solution for life regen enemies. I could give up some Fizz taking his cold to fix that. Get a couple levels and make marked enemy not able to regenerate life. Or hit the Wreath of Light and delete it. My traps have like 5 different damage rolls on the weapon, so making those lucky gets me a lot more damage out. There's a wolf. One of whatever these things are. Praesic Vassals. A nice thing about this, fighting all these beasts at once, these Spectral Helix deal more damage after piercing an enemy. It pierces all enemies that they go through, so you want to put a bunch of extra damage. I'm also interested in seeing how the Spectral Throw of Trarthus works, as well as just a normal blade trap with the same setup that I have, but nothing's more important to me than getting the chest 6-linked at the moment. So that will come first. I'm going to be doing breaches to try and get Ancients to get Foulborn Badge of the Brotherhood, giving me a bunch of movement speed, and hopefully if I smash enough maps, I'll find Black Morgan. I have a little bit of juice right now, so let's set this up. Don't need one-handed weapons. I need less chance for all attribute types. Less dex, less strength, less int, jewelry, amulets. Let's see what we got here. Nothing there. Tear of Purity, and need more Graftblood. So that's going to be the focus here. Wreath of Light is very good for this scenario as well. Gotta make sure I'm using that more. Another split spider. It would not be a bad thing to do to keep fishing for more Foulborn Rebuke of the Vols. To just like keep trying to get a better one. Because the range of possibilities on this weapon to get a perfect one of these, it's harder than Venture's Gamble. Like to get all of these mods rolled perfect. So getting a well-rolled Rebuke of the Vol is very hard. Having a second one would open up the opportunity to maybe spin Divines on one to fish without jeopardizing one that's kind of barely over 50%. Memory Tear. These all magic enemy incursions are such amazing XP as well. Already almost to level 90. There we go, level 90. So what to do with this level? How does my accuracy look? 92% evasive. Is that with Golem out? No. With Golem out, 96%. I have 2... Yeah, I remember this from the planning. Gain accuracy equal to int. Now it's 98 with Golem. Without Golem, 95. Okay. Golem dies all the time. Polaric Invitation. There's a Soul Eater Red Beast in this map. Kind of painful. Bear Trap, get the mark. Gotta use the Wreath of Light, lucky damage, and it still doesn't want to die. Only 4 maps on the memory chain. That's good. So I guess I can chisel this. That'll give it map mod effect. I need transmutes in there. Just make easy runnable magic maps. Reduce total recovery from leech. I'm not leeching anything. I'm ailment immune. That's good. Put my scarabs. Oh, put them in here. Go to the Pantheon. Put this on. Enemies you've hit recently have reduced life regen. Let's have it there. Well, it's also nice to have the burning ground because of the altars, whatever. And we get a memory of impulsiveness in this map. That's big, especially with all these beasts around. I really like to group up so I can push this button and hopefully hit as many of them as possible. Drop the Wreath of Lights, spam traps. Something died, dropped a ton of gold. I got my hexes reflected to me. This red beast definitely has that converts items to gold. Yeah. Beasts drop tons of gold. Great spot to use Memory of Impulsiveness. Trading 100 resonators for more bestiary scarabs. Cool. I have like 10 though, you sure? I can get a Black Morrigan. I know. I gotta get this one. I've been bailed out twice on my awful 6-link luck this league. This one's on me. Sitting on 2733 fusings as well. See, like, it could just be linked, but my SSF brain, I gotta get it. Soul Eater, Haste Aura. Well, that's not even the beast. That's a... Well, that's worse. That is an originator mob. Drop. Ah, damn. That's mean. And it just stuck back there in this hole too. I gotta like launch stuff back there and try not to get hit by the thing. Hasted Soul Eater, that's so BS. Come on. Stay in the Wreath of Lights. Yeah, it's dying. It's dying. Yes. Look at all that gold. Something I could do. I have enough throwing speed now. Let's remove chance to throw 4 additional traps. Traps cannot be damaged. Make sure my traps stay when I throw them. Ooh, here we go. Hit 6. Wreath of Light. Spam traps. Ah, okay, yeah. That solved my problem with those 4 rares. I just need to push the Wreath of Light more. Look at all that gold. Love it. Yay, more fat stacks of gold. Yay, more red beasts. Get them pulled together. Hit 6. Drop Wreath of Light. Stand in it. Yeah. Adaptive resistances. That's rough to deal with when I deal like every type of damage with every hit. More gold. Yes. There's more originator right here. I wanted to get on the boss. I don't know if it can. I'm gonna push the button. No, I got on the rare. The rare didn't give me enough to try to get on the boss. Well, I gained like 70,000 gold in this map. I like that. Trading some more resonators, more bestiary scarabs. Oh wow, he does have a ton. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely getting it. Yeah, that's another 48 maps of double beasts, which there's enough of the herd to get the 10 extras per. I could actually set up a separate set of scarabs in my actual map device and leave these in Egan's. Speed, reduce leech. Chisels. Even though it's magic, I'll increase the quant. Ah, whoa. Why Mana Siphoner Beast? Oh, that sucks. Gloom Shrine does not explode enemies with the traps. Of all those puzzle box. Oil Bramblejack. Oh boy. Uh-oh, there's a Soul Eater. I think I just stole the Soul Eater though. I did. Use the pedal mod that's not the gold one for something. And oh, this also has life regen. It had an ES aura. Oh god. A nasty beast. That right there is a Black Morrigan. Well, that did not take but like an hour and a half. I barely even got started on this beast farm. Yep, Black Morrigan. Then somewhere in here, maximum possible links. Yep, 2 of them. Yep, because I also got a duplicate from the scarab. Aha, easy. Turned out to be a little bit easier than the fusings. Hey, and a tiger. Well, GG. That's what you need for a challenge, I think, is one of the tigers. Ooh. Someone's hoarding luck. Just dropped 4 uncorrupted sixlings. What was on the feral? Increases crit chance, attack and cast speed. Would that work? Oh, there's also a Sakawal beast in this map. Nice big dino. I'm just gonna take these sixlings and throw them straight in here. 20 usings, and I'll still get the value for what they would have vendored for if someone else wants them. I have a completed temple as well with a double corrupt on both gem and item. All right, grab my old chest. Bloodline boons. I only need 2 more of these. I have a simulacrum, I have a king in the mists, and now I have a feral, so yeah, I can just complete that. I haven't tried to go after challenges yet. I assume I will be back to PoE 1 before the end of the league. Maximum possible links. Craft. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, we don't want to die here, that would suck. Drop this, hit the mark. Throw a bear trap. Summon the golem. All other little things I can do to raise the damage. Oh, adaptive resistances. That's why it's not dying. There we go. It's 6 linked. Let's go. Alright, I guess the clarity goes back linked into the arrogance. Grab the critical strikes. I'm going to be able to change a lot of stuff with this. So much crit chance and the base crit. That's good. Just putting that on now. Crit chance at 88%. Flasks up 98%. Oh, I had the wrong thing out. So I swapped the weapon back. Turn my auras back on. I'm just passively here at 100% crit chance. Okay, step number 1. Remove this crit chance and multi-reduction. 91%. I still have the mark. Without the gym, I was at 59 without that mastery. So that's a big deal. It'll make my damage feel so much better. And it really feels necessary because of the 5% base crit on the Rebuke of the Vol. With a better weapon, I wouldn't need the support gym, I don't think. I guess with the golem out, that's 94. Flasks up easily. That's 100%. And now I have another free passive point. I'm going to take 8% increased damage for each of your aura or herald skills affecting you. Okay, that's more damage. I have easy access to another jewel socket as well. About to get a level. Memory of trauma. I don't need the beast anymore. I just got all these scarabs too. It's like already done with this. I'd probably just go back to the other tree. One that has all the boss stuff, the scarabs, and just farm incursion. Change the Pantheon back to the burning ground. I guess what I need the most at this point is quick maps and breaches. There's level 91. The audio on that cut out. This level, we're just gonna throw it in this int. Prepare for that. I think when I last checked in PoB, like flasks up, golem out, and the mark on the enemy, I was at 93% crit chance in PoB. So it's just like having 100% crit chance just make things a lot better. Oh, he moved. Still gotta get the mark down, still want to stand on the ground, but I fought that boss last time. This went much better, even though I did have the charged shrine. That certainly helped. I'm not having any mana issues either. I did free up some mana with the Enlighten. Ooh. I should... I don't have a way to remove bleed. Corrupting blood can't be inflicted on me, but I made a poison remove flask. I can still be bleed. I don't have a steel skin to remove that bleed. I normally have the flasks to remove the corrupted blood. I got bleed covered a lot of times by steel skin. So maybe I switch that back to bleed remove, because that could have just killed me. And I got the Pantheon to cover me on Chaos Res for poison anyways, and I got Chaos Res up to 57%. Yeah, I need to switch that back to a bleed flask. At the tree, hit this ancient. Foulborn Greed's Embrace. Increased XP gain instead of the rarity. Oh, that's pretty. Hit mysterious, this should be for ancients. Yeah. And it again. Okay, another one. Wow, great amulets. Let me import this into PoB and do some investigating. Now we're up to 100% crit chance. Like even if I turn the flask off, but I need to find Assassin's Mark and assume that's not there. It's still 100% crit chance because it's assuming the golem's out. I got the flask up. Yeah, that's about what it shows in the game. Flasks up more than the Assassin's Mark. So this is for like more basic enemies. Is the enemy on low life? Watch what this does to the damage. 528 to 740. It's an insane amount of extra damage from the punishment curse. So let's assume we're on low life as well. I feel like my tree is fairly good. Everything on there is pretty deliberate. A lot of crit chance and multi-spell suppression, get the auras in, trap throw speed, power charges, yeah, a little bit of ES. Sure. It says this reservation mastery was 6.8% damage, so that was definitely a win. It does not like forces of nature as much as I would have initially thought. I thought getting Ellie Pin would be the biggest deal for this build, which that node is big, but like the average per point, 3.2 to get here. Being 100% crit, how does Throat Seeker look? 2.8% per point. So the Ellie Pin's better than for 4 points than this is. What about 4 points for Curse Effect? 2.8 per point. So that's another avenue to consider. And that is also with me having disabled the Assassin's Mark. So with the Assassin's Mark on, this is 3.2 per point then. For some Curse Effect. What about just a 5% is 2.3. Turn that back off. The reason why Ellie Pin isn't as effective as I would have thought is because I am using the Rebuke of the Vol, and almost half the damage on it is physical and chaos. So while I'm kind of scaling up elemental damage because of the Foulborn Oxium, giving me 240% elemental damage with attack skills, it'd be better to have a tri-Ellie weapon that's just better. And if I had a weapon with better base crit, I could drop the crit gem. Options there. Skills. Looking in this, it's gonna tell me here, yeah, added cold and added lightning, because I'm scaling up the damage so well. A 20/20 added cold damage is 44% damage. If I put that in, removing it is a loss in 30, removing power charge on crit is a loss in 28. So added cold damage or added lightning damage is better than power charge on crit. All right, we'll put added lightning damage in there. So that just raises my damage. Is this assuming I'm lucky? Your damage with it is lucky? Okay, it is not factoring that in. Lucky matters more for lightning damage than cold. I mean, it likes awaken at chaos damage even. Just wants more flat damage. I got so much exponential scaling that it needs more flat damage. Crit damage is poking its way in there too. That's 31%. All right, awaken added cold or added lightning. Let's see here. Awaken added cold damage. Any of those out there? Yes, not online. Awaken added lightning damage. 2, also not online. Okay. Tooth has one. Okay. A special one. Oh, oh, he's gave me level 6. I gotta actually pay for that. You have one of those all helmets? I don't think so. Called Crown of the Tyrant. I want to try out the Foulborn Inspired Learning. I think I have that. There. Yeah, I'll give him that. I'm gonna give Foulborn Vault's Devotion too. And give him the, yeah, cool. Level 6 added lightning. There we go. Oh, wow. Tooth shop. Lots of flasks in here, which is cool. Bunch of forbidden tomes. Corrupting blood jewel in there. Tooth has farmed a ton of simulacrums. So I just straight up swap this in for power charge on crit. 29.2 in-game to 33.9. I like it. Did see my shop needed some, like my shop, everybody's like decorating up their shops to look super cool. I feel like mine could use work, honestly. A couple 5 passive voices in here. +1 max, the shiny gold ring. You can't have shops like this in Trade League. Okay, so in POB, I have Awakened at Lightning now, level 6. So that's pretty big. Enemy's not always on low life. And this is all only assuming each projectile only hits an enemy once, I think, for this DPS. And now I need maps. I haven't farmed up enough toxic sewers to go back at that. Do Strand? I could do Jungle Valley. That's better for more juice. Beaches. Beaches. Here we go. Transmute everything that I can in here. I'm just going to run magic maps to make things simpler for me. Augment everything. Oh wow, there's a lot of rare maps in here. Regex. Reset this. Reflect doesn't matter. Minus max, no regen, reduce recovery rate. Don't want monster damage, don't want monster accuracy, don't want less effective curses, don't want reduce extra damage from crits. This is a 36 to 40% less damage. Don't want reduce flask charges gained. Don't want hexproof. Don't want monster res. Don't want less accuracy. Don't want charge steal. Probably other things I could remove here. Get rid of crit. Get rid of multi-proj. That's probably fine. All right, and then re-roll these maps. Magic within those specifications. Ooh, I saw something else. Consecrated ground. Nope. All right, I think I'm good to go. Smash maps now. Get sidetracked by memory tears. I don't need to go crazy full clearing these maps because I'm not juicing these maps. Hitting them for the incursions, the breach, and I need to leave. Try and be efficient. Incursions are time consuming to set up too, so it's still not going to be quick. Ooh, rude. Okay. Bear trap. Get the mark. I hit the wreath of whatever. That went pretty well. Speed Shrine helped. Speed Shrine also destroys my mana. I'm currently on more of a farming focus right now as well, so what I should do, refund the less projectile speed I have down here. To make this more projectile speed, let's make these things fly a little faster. Ooh. Bleed almost got me again. Gotta fix this right now. Annul that flask. Nope. Corrupted blood, recovery rate. That's not, I don't need recovery. Like, I need to restore 1549 life when I push the flask. I don't need to restore 3000. So I really need the instant on this. And I have herbalism. Well, that's recovery rate. That's not the recovery amount. Okay, so I'm not buffing that number. 1577 on a effusive. That would work, I guess. 17-second corrupting blood. Recovery rate. Annulment. Nope. 14 seconds. Annul that one. Nope. 17 seconds with recovery rate. Again, failed. 15 seconds with recovery rate. Okay, another try. There's 2 possible prefixes. There we go. That'll work. Bubbling, half instant, and remove bleed. Perfect. I was thinking about this the other day. Oh, yeah. Curse skills give 37 to 71 chaos damage for each curse on the enemy. There's some really nuts stuff you could do with this. With this anathema, maybe this Hand of Lords thing. The Hand of Lords makes it so easy to get high quality curses out. And there's that memory tear I was talking about. Temple complete. Got another double corrupt. This one I just opened. Yeah, I go run that one. I didn't run the other one because I don't have a gym. I need one of these. Oh, no, I'll just corrupt the one that I have, and if it fails, I have a backup. I don't want to craft green, red, red on one of these right now. Actually, no, it's not bad. I got 3000. Yeah, make this 3 sockets. Green, red, red. 2 red, 1 green. It's only 100. Easy. 3 links. Quality puts it actually better than the one I'm wearing. I will bless the spell damage in case it stays. Okay. Alright, Corruption Altar. Click this, click this. It's all white sockets now. Okay. Then there's a treasury. I gotta at least kill the boss. If I'm gonna do a temple, I'm gonna kill the boss just for the chance at the vials. The vials are so ridiculously rare. Consecrated ground, crit resistant, and that one took a minute to die. I got the belt you need for your curse with vulnerability, and I can't swap back to just like less proj speed on the fly here to get extra hits out on a single target. At least my damage is better. It's been so much better for clearing since these can spread out their full distance way faster. It's much easier to just like throw a trap into a pack of enemies and run. And then pops back out. If I just spam traps, it'll die. Good. Anger effect. Max roll. 60% anger or effect. And I guess I put the white socket shield on. 3 more ES worth. And 5 map memory chain. Go back to Helena. Actually, no, let me just go get another stack of scarabs. I don't have many incursion scarabs left. Level 92. Jewel socket. Thought I had a jewel somewhere. Yeah. Trap damage, trap throw speed. Accuracy damage with swords, damage with one-handed. Neither of those are amazing. I have a jewel with 8% damage. One-hand multi in life. Maybe that. Brood Essence. It was called this. Yeah, there we go. Hive Fortress. Finally, we'll be able to get some real breach tree juice going. These are so much easier with the extra proj speed. I get my maximum distance so much faster than I was with the less. 1 ancient, 2 provisionings. Only 8.3k. Got 2 ancients. Maybe running magic maps isn't helping me in that regard. Warp timepiece. Temp Chain's Curse Effect. Primordial Chain, Malachi's Artifice. Can use the Mysterious, just keep fishing for ancients. Yuri's Truth, Bloodsoaked Medallion, Rigwald's Curse. And there's another ancient in reserve for next time I'm here. Temple completed. Has a double corrupt. Yep, do it. What do we got this time? Reduced damage taken from projectile hits +2 level of socketed curse gems. Okay. Trading Doriani's Mechanarium for a divine and a bunch of incursion scarabs. I need to run that for a challenge, but at the same time, well, this build doesn't have the delve. I have a bunch of architects floating around way down here that I could easily go get. I did so much delve. When you do a lot of delve, navigating what you've done becomes a nightmare. I close this, like there's no like markers or anything. The Atlas in PoE 2 has the ability to put a marker and you can jump to it. That could be pretty useful in delve. And I didn't get anything crazy useful here, but reduced damage taken from projectile hits, you know what? It's better than spell damage. I got something for that. Next thing I could do is go back to fishing on gloves. I don't know that corrupting the belts would be great. I do have several of them, though none of them are divine perfect like the one I'm using. Double corrupting Rebuke of the Fall would be interesting. A lot of accuracy loss there, but potential. It won't hurt to keep making temples though. I should be able to kill out Ziri with this. Oh, she's gonna reflect all my curses. That's a little bit scary. And move. Oh, okay. Handled that. Ooh. Good. Base, please. No. Why? I hate this so much. Maybe we can get an Atziri rework next league, since Atziri is getting a whole new model and boss fight and stuff in PoE 2. Shaper needs it badly as well. I think Shaper is probably more important, given that Shaper is a little bit more mandatory in the current state of the game. Don't gotta worry about Reflect here, though. That's the reflected curses, and at least I'm not on low life. There's a Mortal Rage and a Flask. I could farm breaches faster if I stopped farming the incursions. And it's hilarious that it was like literal seconds after I got the corruption to make me like not really care as much about farming incursions. I get more incursion scarabs. That's how that has gone today. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Drop Alva, get some pack size back, more shrine chants in these. Give me the rare monsters and the magic monsters without the quality effect stuff. Still really juicing scarabs. Maybe you can drop Shaping the Skies for a lot of points saved. And then get these scarab nodes. And yeah, I guess just some more scarab chance with the leftover points. Keep things simple. Ooh, another pair of these excommunication gloves. It's worth like 400k dust. That is a downside to this build. It's given all the uniques on it and the height resistance requirements, it's hard to fit rarity into this build. And with gold in the game, rarity is much more of a useful mod. Right, we get to fight this boss yet again. Get him marked. Drop Wreath of Light. Spam traps. Oh, bear trap. Hey, the Wreath of Light's gone, but he's on low life now. Oh, gonna walk through all those guys. Another Wreath of Light, another bear trap. And almost. There we go. Yeah, slower projectiles is definitely better for bossing. Another Echo of Trauma. Memory Tear in the next map. Awesome. Memory of Reverence, 6 maps. Incandescent Invitation. And I think I'm done trying to roll these. I'm so sick of alt spamming these with mods that half of I hate. Let's put it in white. Get it over with. High Fortress in a white map. Hey, Jim is reaching level 20. That's nice. I bring Gland. Eater of Lies. Finally, at the end of this, another fortress. Ooh, Foulborn, Dream Feather. Attack speed per 150 accuracy. Interesting. Oh boy. Not looking forward to this boss fight. Because he's gonna make the floor all crazy. Oh, and now he moved. Oh, that's the beam. That's the evil beam. Ah! He could just make this room death.
Belief and conviction shall free your mind. Open your heart.
And it looks like that's what he's trying to do. Oh, it's going back. Ah. Hey, I lived.
What you see, there is more.
No, you're doing it again. I hate this a lot because now there's just no choice but to get hit by it. Hunter. Hey, back to my maps. No, first to the tree. 3 ancients. Mordial Chain. Foulborn Belt of the Deceiver. At Series Foible. Hey, that's rare. Cool. And the ancients are the most sought after at the moment, so spin the mysterious for ancients first. Then start provisioning stuff. I want that amulet. That is not the amulet. 2 ancients. Retaliation Charm. Foulborn Soulthirst. Another Here's Truth. 2 more ancients. I can only use 1 more. Okay. Foulborn Pandemonious. And Ilardex. Okay. Level 93. What do I do with this one? Ooh, I got an idea. Let's do max res, since I have reserved life. And I'm also really digging the Due to Breach. And then, you know what? Just kind of ditch the rest of this map, go kill the boss. What is this portal effect? That's very cool. King's March portal effect? Is that what that is? Yeah, I think that is what it is. I don't see that one often. Divine Orb. I bring Gland. High Fortress. Yes. Raft Locker is full. I guess that's a reason to go use some. Willow Gift. Zoph's Heart. Debilitates nearby enemies. Cannot be frozen. Fizz taken his Cold Halcyon. Foulborn Soul Strike. And a Here's Truth. Bonus Ancient. 2023 Assassin's Mark. Okay. Warped Timepiece. Tim Chain's Effect. Polaric Invitation. Abomination Map. Another map that drops abominations. Lovely. Another abomination. And that is all of the magic maps that I rolled. I have the resources. I should make them rare. The other beach maps. Oh, this one had rare monsters on it. The regex needed Consecrated Ground added to it. And I want to remove Avoid Ailments in case I go map mod effect. Yep, what we got? Only 5 to start. Just chaos spam them. Wasn't that bad. They all looked good when I qualityed them up. And there's even no reflect. Same thing though. Reach, boss, and out. And, oh, damn. I forgot the other step here. Dropping these points that I put there for map mod effect. And I'm going to pull the other one out too. And chance for maps that drop higher. 625 Graftblood. I don't know that increasing the rarity and quant and everything on the maps is necessarily giving me more Graftblood. Nameless Seer. Another perk of just smashing a bunch of maps. I think you gotta kind of full clear them to get the Nameless Seer. What do we got in here? Future Cloister probably should take... Ooh, Void Battery. That do be nice for stacking power charges. I gotta take the Void Battery. More uniques from the tree. Nope. Ilardex. Zoph's Heart. Val's Devotion. Lose all power charges on reaching max power charges. 2020 Anger. Eye of Cheula. Ephemeral Bond. Out of Mysterious now as well. So next time I might get provisioning happening here. 684 Graftblood. That's on the low side for one where I have the 4 extra rares and I killed as many monsters as possible even after I filled the meter on that one. 103 quant. Definitely didn't change it much from running the magic map. Level 94. Incandescent Invitation. I think I'm just gonna put that into 16% trap damage. Memory Tear. Been a minute since I've had one of those, so I'm glad I got a chance to run some of my maps. But I gotta go run that now, because you can only have one of them at a time. I've gotten a bunch of other boss maps and stuff. Those can wait for another time. Yay, 6 maps. 600 Graftblood and a white map. This is a tiny bit lower. Could have to do with the number of enemies you kill more than anything else, because there were less enemies in that one. 506 Graftblood and a white map. That is the lowest I've seen out of one of those. This one changed the map though. The beach map expanding breaches have been pretty open for me to clear in all directions. This one kind of pushed me in 2, and if it's based on the number of monsters, it would make sense that I got less in this one. Sometimes I get a map that I have to clear because it gave me good altars to get Grand Embers, Chaos, and Unmakings. 683, another white map. I've gotten lower than that in juiced maps, so it's weird. Hive Fortress in a white map. I'm used to seeing like between 4 and like 4,700 from these. I wonder if that would change if I would do the outside loop, killing monsters as I went through here. Hivebrain Gland 5185, white map. Didn't do anything different. So based on my little bit of testing, like I'm fairly confident that what's on the map really doesn't matter when it comes to farming Graftblood. I'm sure there's probably others who have done more thorough testing on that, but I've been trying to pay attention to what I've gotten. Next trip to the tree. My Lardax. 2 Perkle's Toes. Okay, and that's that. So now I want Dex Int, one-handed melee weapons, reduced physical, reduced caster, reduced mana, increased crit, and do increased lightning. Start hitting these and fishing for a weapon. T2 and a T3, like how does that compare? The T2 fire is definitely better than you can get on the Rebuke of the Vault. The T3 cold's like right around the same. So it's got like T3 elemental mods on it, the Rebuke of the Vault does, but it also has the Fizz and Chaos. So it's gonna need to hit pretty big, but then 10% base crit, that changes things. Lightning spell crit. Would it be better if instead of crit I did attack? It would help even further shift away from caster, and the increased chance for lightning is making it more likely to hit the lightning gems and lightning the spells on the daggers. And then I get a decent one with attack speed. Every single one of these rolled attack speed. Cold Fizz Lightning attack speed. These ones are showing up in my filter because the attack speed roll is named Infamy, and Infamy was the name of the mods from Mercenaries League. Triple T4. The T4... No, I said it was like T3. Yeah, that would make more sense. Still hit lightning to spells. That is the problem with doing the attack mods, though. It becomes too easy to hit attack speed, which is a useless mod to me. Lightning Cold. Accuracy is also a mod. That's a big fizz mod. Merciless. Fractured Accuracy. Oof. Okay, +2 melee gems is also attack. It has to be crit. This has to be crit. Yeah, then more likely for spell crit on the daggers than with crit. There's no good way to win on this craft. Hive Fortress, 4294. Valborn Astramentus and Warp Timepiece. Oh, it can roll minus Chaos Res. Gross. Huh. The tower defense breaches always give more Graftblood than the opening ones as well. And this boss again. Oh boy.
Unveiling hope.
That's not lenient. That. Oh no, go to the edge of the room.
And conviction shall free your mind. Open your heart.
Ghost Shrouds. Oh god. It seemed like I was taking no damage, but the Ghost Shrouds recovered enough energy shield when I was getting hit there. Echo of Reverence. Polaric Invitation. Hive Fortress with 130 quant. I wonder if that'll make a difference in here. 6635. That was way more than normal. No Foulborn amulets. One mysterious with an ancient. Foulborn Tollfall. Cold dot multi per power charge. Triple Ellie Claw, but nowhere close. Noble Claw that tried. 2 T3s. Perfect Fractured. Crit chance on an Azimite Dagger is probably worth holding on to. And go again. Yay, another High Fortress. This time I'm gonna full clear it. If you do the full outside ring, this is like a whole nother map's worth of a zone in here. It's a very big area. Alright, I want to see over 7k. Graftblood. 5344. Alright, it is not worth the outside loop. And I'm out of those beach maps. Warped Timepiece. Yet again. A Willow Gift. Willow Gift's worth dust. Wow, bad round there. One mysterious with an ancient for next time. Rolled up a bunch more maps. I got a variety. Cemeteries, shipyards, dunes, and summit. All fairly open, fairly easy to find the boss. I need to look on here. Find a map connected to cemetery. Pick. Castle ruins are 2 of my favorites. Dunes has canyon. Shipyard has Tropical Island and Toxic Sewer. We'll put 2 on Tropical Island. Summit has Jungle Valley. Alright, that will help the connected maps drop more in my favor. High Fortress. Exalted Orb. And Empower. Bleeding 40% faster on a decently rolled Old Natoll's Embrace. That's crazy. Empowers in the offhand to be leveling. Ooh, I have extra Spectral Helix of Trarthus. I could go double corrupt that. Ooh, I've got 4 ancients. Snowblind Grace, Purity of Ice, no reservation. Okay. Venter's Gamble, Replica Dragon Fangs, +3 Burning Arrow gems. Okay. No Mysterious, Try Weapons, Fractured T1 Lightning. I'm pretty sure Deafening, well, Wrath wouldn't work. Yeah, only maxed out at 310. This goes to 344, so it's not quite a T1. If I were to want to, say, force flat cold onto this, hope it hits the fire. It's still better than the roll that's on the Rebuke of the Vol. And no fire. I could try it once with fire to hit cold. Nope. What about Reforge Fire? Like guarantee fire to attacks? Does, but getting it to hit fire and cold with good tiers. T3 and a T4. Items. Put that in. Average damage down 20%. So that's not there. Oh, some of that's factoring in accuracy. I'm sure I had to build. No, it doesn't lower my hit chance either, so well, I guess there's accuracy on it. Trap throwing speed also can only go up to 15%. I don't know. Foulborn Rebuke of the Vault might just be the weapon. It just doesn't pair quite as well with the Foulborn Oxium as a real elemental would. Like, you have to, it pretty much has to be triple T1. Like, this is a recombinator job. Yeah, even attempting this is probably just wasting life force. I've seen T2 like 4 or 5 times. I have not seen a T1 fire. I've used like 6k life force trying to mess with that. Level 95. Last level I put into trap damage, this one can go to trap damage too. Incandescent Invitation, another Memory Tear, Reverence, 4 maps, the Academic, and the Deceitful God yet again. Go, 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 go. Bear Trap, oh, beam, beam, beam. Get damage in though. Alright. Do I pick where it starts? I feel like on the last few that we've done here, it always has started open up towards me. I think this is the second phase of it too. And it also opened up towards me at the start. High Fortress with Bismuth. 4 Ancients to start off with. Eric's Grip. Enemies frozen by you take 10% increased damage. Interesting. Oh, come on. Garbage. Are all normal stuff. 3 Mysterious. Wound up with 4 more Ancients. Warped Timepiece. There must not be many Foulborn amulets. Foulborn Thief's Torment though. That's kind of cool. A fortress map. Shipyards. Drop Fortress. It does tell you what the map drops on the atlas. Can't search for it though. Divine Orb, Polaric Invitation. I probably farmed so many of those up today. Let's see. Yeah. If I ran an incandescent last time, then I've done close to 100 maps. I think I'm gonna stop there. Give my gold to King's March. 713,000. One last trip to the tree for today. Ancients. Not like I can get them both. Purple, so I can hit this provisioning. 81. A little bit of lightning, lightning fire, fractured lightning dispels. I feel kind of aimless on what to do with Path of Exile 2 coming in 2 days. I definitely enjoy just like trying to get stuff out of this tree, get as much Graftblood as possible. I still have all these hybrid glands that I could be running to go for more gloves. I really want that movement speed. Got the 6 link, went up to level 95, which is pretty good. I also didn't mess around with any other skills. I was just in the groove going after the Graftblood. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But that's where I'll leave it for today. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon just below the video, or by joining to become a member. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.